Hello, 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 and welcome to the Downsized Live, our special holiday edition. And if you saw the thumbnail, we said, hey, if you guys want to talk about the new Wegovy pill or the Zepbound Savings Card, we're also open to having that conversation, or anything else you want to talk about. Celebrate your wins, ask questions. If you don't know us, my name is Christopher Durham.
I am Laraine Durham.
And we are the downsized. Between the two of us, we've lost 150 pounds. Every once in a while, somebody goes, why do you do such a long setup? And I go, because 70% of you don't know who the heck these people are.
Who are these people? Why is this man in a red jacket? Why does this girl wear the sweater that says Mary all the time? I know, and I need to get some new Christmas sweaters. So maybe there'll be some on clearance after Christmas. If you know of any good sales, let me know. All right. So anyway, we started our journey on September 29th of 2023. So we've been doing this now a little bit over 2 years. I've lost 50 pounds. Christopher's lost 100 pounds. And now we just kind of are in that maintenance mode that now, every day of our life mode, we still take a weekly shot. I'm on a 7.5 dose. He's on a 15 milligram dose of compounded tirzepatide. And that's how we roll. That's how we roll around here. And so, we just talk about all things GLP-1. Are you eating your protein? Are you drinking your water? It is the holidays. I think I've been forgetting my water. I've been bad about my water. I got to about 3 o'clock today and realized I had only had Diet Coke and coffee.
I count those as water personally.
Well, at Weight Watchers, 1 year you could count half of that.
I don't care about Weight Watchers.
Half your water total. You could be non-water. But the real purists went for 100% of the water.
And how helpful was Weight Watchers?
I mean, I lost and gained 30 pounds many times at Weight Watchers. I could
do that for free.
Yeah, no, it did give me a good foundation on what a portion should look like. 3 ounces of meat is the palm of your hand. What? It's, it's, if you've never counted calories or measured food out before, it's a good learning base.
Not something I would recommend. Take a GLP-1.
Well, I don't
go
to Weight Watchers anymore. I went for a long, long time, like since 1986, off and on.
Well, the other thing we like to tell you is we're not doctors. We're just your average. Right. We're just your average suburban couple who's lost some weight and started a YouTube channel almost 2 years now. Has it been that? Has that been that long almost?
It'll be 2 years in March.
We're also not dietitians, nutritionists.
We just lost
jazzercise coaches, stock recommender people,
step aerobics instructors. Although I did get to play one at the gym last week.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just hang out. We talk to you guys. We do videos about GLP-1s every day. I did 2 this morning.
I was making cookies.
She was not helping.
I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night. I was tired.
You had a nightmare too.
I missed my gym time because I by the time I did go back to sleep, I slept through it. I had a bad dream that Christopher left me somewhere, and then I only had my phone. I said, well, I can track him. And then I dropped my phone into water, and then the phone dissolved in my hands, and I was screaming, and that's when I woke up. And it was just not a good. Do you guys have more vivid dreams on GLP-1 medications? I've heard people say that. Every once in a while I have like a weird dream like that where I'm trying to get somewhere, or I can't find something, or I'm looking for somebody. That must mean something. I don't know.
I know
what. And then so I've just made cookies. And I haven't made cookies, gosh, in a long time, a year maybe. But yeah, so I did. So I'll take them to my parents and my sister's house because, I don't want to eat them all. I just wanted to eat like 1 or 2. And so I did. And so now I'll take the rest and share.
So there's 156 of you out there with 37 likes. So if you would take a moment and like and subscribe. We talk about GLP-1s. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat to a QQQ. If you're celebrating starting the medication, weight loss, a new grandchild, Tuesday, you bought a house, doesn't matter to me. I'll do something crazy like throw a robot up or some confetti. I actually have lots of Christmas stuff. Here's Santa in a swimsuit by the beach.
I was
there's Canadian Boxing Day.
All right, that's fun. So my friend Rachel, who's a realtor where we live, has a podcast she's trying to get going called Hello Huntersville. You can look for it on Spotify if you're interested, but it's locally focused because she's a realtor. And she had me on again the other day, and I asked a question to the group. There was a group of about 6 women there. Are you making any New Year's resolutions this year? Because, I was going to segue into GLP-1s and no more need for that. And, and people were talking about, I want to be a better cook, or maybe I want to spend more time with my family, or, and I said, year after year, my New Year's resolution was to lose weight. That was always my New Year's resolution. This is going to be the year I finally do it. 2014 is going to be my year. 2017, here it comes. Well, in 2023, we found GLP-1s, and I lost weight from September through New Year's. I lost weight every week, and I was like, this is the most life-changing medication ever. So I don't have that New Year's resolution anymore. Michelle, thank you for your super chat. I have some really vivid dreams and never did before. Merry Christmas, and thank you for everything you do all year. Thank you, Michelle, and happy Hanukkah to you. I know it's ended though. Sandy Shore, $9.99. I just figured out how to make super chat for more than $1.99. Happy holidays to all. Happy holidays, Sandy. Sandy's one of my friends from the gym. Now, I did a little YouTube short the other day with one of the ladies, Patty from the gym. So Sandy, you're next. So as soon as we get back on there, I'll do some shorts with some people from the gym class. I think that would be fun because people really seem to like seeing my friend Patty. At 78, that lady can lift some weights and she can do all the things. So it's amazing. Mindy, Merry Christmas Eve, Downsizers. Thank you, Mayor Mindy. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of Club Downsized. You see that little logo next to her name? And also the little wrench means she's one of our moderators. So thank you for being a moderator. Down in the Dale, hello all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Dale. Gwen says hello again. Hello, Gwen. We had a members only chat from 6 to 7 p.m. just a minute ago. So if you'd like to be a member of Club Downsized and get in on those members only live chats and some other cool stuff, you can click the join button below where I'm talking. All of our content is free, but we do some special extra things for our Club Downsized members. Val, hey Val, she's also a moderator. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Val. Michelle says hi. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for your super chat. Nurse Tara, hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, Downsizers. Hey, Nurse Tara. Angela Hemming, 2043. Hey there. Merry Christmas to you. It's a nice picture. Juanita Jones, 7385, says Merry Christmas. AML says hello. Anthony, hello everyone. Merry Christmas. Anthony really liked Darium's. I just read his comment on Darium's interview. Is Darium here, or did he peace out? We did a great interview. A lot of you guys might know it's Darium from other platforms, from our platform. I did a great interview with him. Not great because of me, because of him. He had some great little nuggets of wisdom. So you guys might want to go check it out. It was very encouraging and very thought-provoking, right? Okay.
I think Anthony commented this morning, you just published 2 videos in an hour. Yes, I did.
Yes, can't be stopped. Try as we may, we cannot stop him from recording videos.
I was trying to, if it'd been a normal news days, I would have probably done
just
those
all
live. I would have just gone live, or I would have probably published them just as part of the news. Problem is those stories were so different. So what do you do?
It's hard to you can't do a live
because then
people keep asking questions and they get confused. Yeah.
But I mean, it was big. Wegovy launching and being approved by the FDA oral should be out in middle of January.
Wegovy pill. Mm-hmm.
Wegovy pill. That's huge. $149 starting price.
Yeah.
It's huge. Everybody was, pretty excited about that Zepbound Savings Card coming out. And for those of you who have insurance, but it didn't, but your insurance didn't pay a lot, it could bring your cost down to $25. So a lot of people, it really, really helps.
Or $4.99. For us, it'll be $4.99.
Well, but our insurance does not cover it at all. If you have insurance that it does cover, but it doesn't cover a lot, they will give you a discount beyond what your insurance covers.
Cool. Yeah. So you really just have to go to the pharmacy and have them run your insurance. Is the best way I've found to figure that out.
Those Lilly Direct prices are still the cheapest way to do it if your insurance doesn't cover it. So
yeah. Travis just sent some 5 downsized memberships. Thank you, Travis. So 5 people have just received randomly a 1-month downsized membership. Thank you very much, Travis. And Travis, I just answered your email. I'm sorry that yours got lost in the shuffle. So I'll get that to you after this is over. Thank you, Travis, for being a member.
And we don't pick who those go to. The YouTube
random.
gods just magically push them out. So you can thank Travis for that.
There's Tara. Hello. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, downsizers. I might have read that one
already.
I think
you did too. Sometimes I forget.
Hey, Tara. Hey, girl. Hey.
The Tamika Michelle.
Tamika Michelle. Merry Christmas, everyone. I like that Christmas tree emoji.
Anthony still likes the red.
Love the red. Yep. Ann likes red. Red, red, red. That was a book I had when I was a little girl. Tan shoes, Ann? No, I like red. Brown hat, Ann? No, red. Our Rachel says, you've talked about Zepbound, and I know it's the same difference, but my Manjaro Savings Card affordability program was extended. Yes.
Yeah, it was extended the same way.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So Manjaro is tirzepatide. It's prescribed for type 2 diabetes. And Zepbound is also tirzepatide. It's prescribed for weight loss.
And there's
obesity.
some portion of you that figured out the trick that if your Zepbound wasn't covered by Caremark, maybe they would give you Manjaro. Too.
But yeah, both savings cards programs have been updated, renewed for 2026.
The nice thing was the last few years that program was only extended 6 months. So the fact that it was extended all the way through the end of the year, is a good thing.
It had some weird rules previously. Like you could use it all year, but there was a limit of
there still is
of how much you could.
There still is, and the limits went down, but the prices also went down, so you didn't.
So yeah. So yeah, we were glad to see that. St. Wong 71. Hello, happy holidays. Hello. Freddie Menier 9039. Hello, Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas, Freddie. CC. Hello, Merry Christmas to the Durham family and community. Merry Christmas. Amy M. Smithy. You guys look so cute and festive.
It's all me. Thanks.
That's us, cute and festive. Jennifer, Nebraska. Hello, howdy, y'all. JoJo's here too. JoJo's our cat. And, sometimes she likes to stick her face in the camera and look judgingly at everyone out there. Howdy, Jennifer, Nebraska.
About 10 minutes before we came on, I said, Laraine, I'm going festive. I'm putting on my red sports coat. She went, because she was wearing pink at the time.
Well, I had on my Aruba sweatshirt, which I had to change. So that's the whole story. Barbara Reba 1. Merry and blessed Christmas to you all. Thanks, Barbara. Barbara Reba. That's what it means. Victoria Stone, Y2T. Hello from California. Hey, Victoria Stone. Pam K says happy holidays. Hey, Pam. AML 6457. Doing great with water. It's calories and protein I struggle with. Yeah, how's my protein going today? Actually, I think today I did pretty good. I bought some Kashi high protein cereal that has 10 grams of protein. It has 10 grams of fiber because, I need the fiber. And I put it with, we got a new Fairlife milk dupe at Publix. It was same exact stats as the Fairlife milk, only a little cheaper in a private brand. So I put that. So I had 10 grams about with the Fairlife milk, 10 grams with the Kashi. I put a little protein powder in my coffee, so I get a little bit more there. And then for lunch, Christopher made some, last night he made meatballs. I said, I saw a recipe online for meatballs with Asian chili sauce. And he goes, I'm on it. So he made them, no recipe required because he is Christopher Durham. So we had the leftovers for lunch. So I had meatballs and the leftover green beans for lunch. And then for dinner, you made some grilled chicken that had been marinated in Greek dressing, Italian dressing.
Greek.
And we had some salad with that and some naan bread. Christopher makes his into a wrap. I like to eat all the things separately so I have more bites. But that was pretty good. So I probably hit maybe 90 grams of protein today. So that was good. I didn't have any snacks. I did have a couple of the cookies that I made this morning, but I don't think they had any protein in them. Wendy Herrera says, hey, all, Downsized was my most watched channel in 2025.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the great content. Well, thanks for watching, Wendy. We
Mary
appreciate
Cobb Bloomer says, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Chapter
Christmas.
Nana. Hi, everybody.
New Chapter Nana. Hi, everyone. Anthony, JoJo sighting, front and center. Yep. JoJo is, well, now she's, oh, she wants to put her head down. Okay. Wait, Laraine subbed to step class. Yeah, so the teacher was out sick. So I got to the gym and like myself, this lady Julie, which I have an interview with her coming up, I just recorded it a few days ago. And some of the other regulars said, well, we know what to do. We can take turns leading the class. So I said, well, I have Spotify. So I plugged in step aerobics, pop music songs. They gave me a playlist. I hooked my phone to the gym's sound system, which took a minute. And then there was a whiteboard and we wrote the names of the steps down because we do the same ones. She just mixes up the order sometimes. So we listed about 10 and then we took turns teaching it. And I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy. And it's when you're counting and then you're telling people what comes next and then you're trying to remember what to do. It was a little bit more challenging, but it was super fun. So there were 3 or 4 of us that took turns doing that. And the teacher was impressed. I told her, I said, we did that, Diana. She goes, oh, then I don't have to worry about you guys if I get sick then. I was kind of worried. I was like, nope, don't have to worry. Ronnie M says, hello, CNL. Merry Christmas from Golden, Colorado. Love your outfits. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Ronnie M.
Donna Gribben says, hi, everyone. I'm new to the group. I live in Kentucky, and I'm a 65-year-old retired nurse who is a mom of 34-year-old daughter. Mark and I have been married 36 years. I've lost 124.1 pounds since January 1st. Well, you are new here, and you've lost 124.1. Even if you had lost the 0.1, I would still give you
Yay! That's awesome, Donna. Congratulations.
That is awesome.
65-year-old retired nurse. She's mom of a 34-year-old, been married 36 years, has lost 124.1 pounds.
You need to read it again.
I had to let it soak in. That was a lot of new information. So that's great. So you're the average weight loss on these medications is between 0.5 pound and 2 pounds a week. So you're definitely beating that. Congratulations. Everybody else out there, your results may vary. So, but that's awesome. Congratulations, Donna. Sherry DW says, yes, very vivid dreams. Yeah, what is it? Usually I have vivid dreams, Tara says, for a few days following shot day. What's today? Tuesday. Our shot day is Friday. Yeah, I don't know. Anthony says, I swear for the first 1 or 2 days after shot day, my sleep is weird. More likely to have dreams, LOL. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it's a function of age and menopause. And did I remember to take my progesterone pill and do it? There's just things that affect my sleep nowadays. But yeah. Angela Hemming, I'm 0.5 pound away from my goal weight. Excellent. Well, good for you. You're pretty much there. You're pretty much there. So awesome.
Then go to the bathroom. You'll be there.
That's what Christopher always said. I'm like, Christopher doesn't work that way.
Oh yeah.
I can't. No,
I can pee that much. Absolutely, I can.
No, I could never.
Give me an hour. I can do it.
It's frightening. Christopher has a very delicate digestive system sometimes. Travis LR says, my dreams are more vivid and sometimes wild on Zepbound. I've kind of attributed to longer, deeper sleep. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to kind of, how sometimes when you lay on your side, I don't know, I would get like aches, just kind of my bones would kind of ache. Every once in a while they still do, but they don't do that anymore. So maybe it doesn't wake me up so much with, those little aches and pains. I sleep better now. Jennifer, Nebraska says, oh my God, first started Mounjaro, had vivid dreams of what I was reading. Had to stop romance novels as nearly had a heart attack. Do you read the Fourth Wing books? I'm obsessed. Like I've read all 3 of them, and I went down a TikTok rabbit hole with fan drawings and fan posts. And yeah, I used to do that with soap operas too. Like I'd get so involved. This was like as a teenager or whatever. I'd have dreams and the soap opera characters would be in the dreams. Weird. Nora Wasson says, hi, everyone. Hi, Nora Wasson.
Mark Blackmore 8410. Why do you all not get compounded instead of Lilly Direct? Well, we do get compounded, Mark. I've actually used Zepbound Mounjaro and compounded from probably 7 or 8 different pharmacies.
Yeah, so
Lilly lawyers, it's all worked the same for me.
Yeah. So when he started with Mounjaro and then went to Zepbound. He had some comorbidities, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and his local doctor said, I want you to come in and I want to monitor you closely. So he really went that route. And then as he got more down the road further with the weight loss.
But in general, Mark, our viewership includes both branded users and compounded users. And we always say, talk to your doctor, check your insurance. If your insurance will pay for one of these GLP-1s, then you won the lottery. That's what you should take. So if you can get $25 or free semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, if you can't, there will also be a certain percentage of people that just want to use branded, and that's what they do. And there's a number of them out there. And then there's a certain percentage of people that use compounded. It's fine with us. It doesn't matter.
Well, so, Zepbound is made by Eli Lilly, and Eli Lilly also makes vials, which you can do with a needle, and that's Lilly Direct. Okay, that's made by Eli Lilly. That is FDA approved medication. A lot of people have insurance coverage for this. Lilly Direct is cash pay, so there's no insurance coverage to that. It is cheaper to go the compounded route, which is what I have done, which I've taken 99% of my shots have been compounded shots, and it worked great for me. Now, compounded medication is not the FDA approved. It's made by compounding pharmacies. The compounding pharmacies are regulated by each state. So in times of shortage, it's legal for compounding pharmacies to make copies. We're not in a shortage anymore, but now the compounding pharmacies have added different medication, different things into the compounding to make it more personalized. So they might add niacinamide or B6 or B12 or glycine.
Or they change dosing.
Or they might change the dosage slightly. So a couple of times we, instead of getting a 15 milligram vial, we got a 16.6 milligram vial, because some compounding pharmacies can adjust the dosages a little bit better to fit their customers' needs. You have to decide what is best for your wallet and your health and your personal peace of mind. Anthony says, CD, have you ever considered being a mall Santa? He's too small now. You would make a great one. And LD, you could be Mrs. Claus or Elf. Hilarious, Anthony. No, actually, well, you want to address this, or should I just keep going? I was going to talk about.
I wasn't even listening.
Fantastic. Now,
she's going to talk about her
my cousin. So I have a cousin who lives in New Hampshire. Who he's a big guy. Like he knows all about our channel. I've told him all about it. I don't know. He does what he wants. And
he's full tilt like a professional, trained, certified Santa. He's a really good Santa.
If you want to look him up on Facebook, I think it's Santa by George. His name is George. So
he is a pro level Santa.
Really is getting into it and is having the best time with it. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. Duty Ron, $20 super chat. Well, thank you. Hello, new subscriber here, getting my Eli Lilly direct vials tomorrow. Woot woot. We'll start January 1st. Thanks for all your information. New subscriber here. Merry Christmas.
And thank you for your service, sir.
That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, get excited. You're getting your vials. You get all the things. Get your water ready. Get your protein ready. Get, watch all our videos between now and January 1st.
Let us know how you're doing.
Possible, but yeah, for sure.
So Mary Cobb says, question, since TRICARE for Life no longer pays for my Zepbound, do I qualify for a savings card? I'm using Mochi now. Well, there's a couple of different things going on there. First of all, TRICARE for Life is the government military insurance piece of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think because you're TRICARE for Life, you can use the savings card regardless of whether they pay for it or not. I think it excludes you.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think I'm right. The other thing is, right now, if you wanted to get the branded, it would actually be cheaper to use Lilly Direct than to use the savings card anyway, which you could do. If you're using Mochi is actually cheaper than Lilly Direct.
Yeah, Mochi still wins on price. So, yeah. And just as a reminder, we are not, I don't think we said that. We are not doctors.
We did, but we could always say it again.
I like to say it again because I like the little, our friend Condi Carmack, molecular biologist extraordinaire, made us that little sign. Catsy Cow, yeah, I wonder if GLP-1s will eventually change health club culture and the January hordes. Maybe. I mean, I joined my current gym back in January. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. I was trying to remember the other day. But, people drop off during the year. Like everybody starts strong in January, and then by, like March, you're back to the same regulars, maybe a few new faces, but, maybe people will stick with it more when they join. Val Fitzwater says, I did compound for a while, but changed to Lilly Direct. I was afraid compounding was going away. Valid. This way I know it's coming to my door every month. I mean, that's a fine perspective. Sandy Shore, I'm ready for my close-up. Yeah, we'll do some. I'm going to do some more shorts, some more YouTube shorts at my gym. So stay tuned for more of Laraine and friends at the gym. Nora Wasson says, Christopher's too thin to be a mall Santa. Yes, that's what I said. Now, 100 pounds ago, maybe, but
sure.
You would have had to grow a beard and all the things. He does like children, so it wouldn't be out of the question. Wouldn't New Chapter Nana, so good to be with everyone this evening. Hey, New Chapter Nana. It's Darium. I'm here, stuffing my face. Well, we can't see you, Darium. You didn't have to tell us that. Hey, Darium. Thanks for being a member and a moderator for our channel.
CC question reply to the video today. So I asked how much they thought the GLP-1 should. I think all GLP-1s and all doses should be $100 a month to be within reach to most everyone. Flat rate pricing for simplicity. So here's the thing. I think what we're going to end up with is probably a 3 or 4 tier system, whereby essentially the amount of weight you can lose and the quality of the medication and stuff goes up. Think of it kind of like cars. So you have like Chevy, Cadillac, and you kind of get better cars. So I think that Wegovy the oral Wegovy should probably be $50 a month. And then you step up to the injectable, which the efficacy gets a little bit better. So the other side, if you look at orforglipron, it should definitely be under 100. It should be $95, $50 to $95.
That'd be fantastic.
Probably your tirzepatide needs to be like $199, maybe $299 at most, and then tirzepatide another $100, $200, because it's just they're selling a better product, so they should be paid a little more. Now, do I like the price going up? No, I don't. I do it all the same prices.
You
What do
mean
I
for
think
different doses?
for different doses? I do it all the same. What do I think retatrutide is probably going to get priced at? That might be $1,000 a month, or might be $1,000 a dose. Could be $4,000 a month.
What's retatrutide? People are saying out there that are just joining us for the first time. I've never heard of retatrutide.
So retatrutide is the drug,
not out yet.
Is the drug that's in development by Eli Lilly that is a triple agonist, that is a GLP-1. So basically what's in semaglutide, a glucagon-like peptide, a GIP, and a glucagon. So it has 3 different actions in it that is, according to the research, and we did a big video on it, you go back and watch, you're supposed to lose 28% of your body weight in like, I forget, 40, 50 weeks or something like that.
I think less than that.
I think it was less than that.
Yeah, so it's not out yet, but it should be coming 2027, we think, maybe. So yeah, I mean, all the prices will come down on all of these eventually, and we're starting to see that really come into fruition. So I'm very happy about that. Compounding still remains the best price, and that's what I do. You guys know I'm with Mochi Health, so if you're watching for the first time and you're like, tell me more about this Mochi Health, I've got a link in my code in the description, and you can click on that and see they charge a monthly membership fee, and then you pay for the medication separately, and you can talk to their online doctor and their nutritionist. I like the short videos of the news. All right. Thanks, Val.
I mean, so right now, basically, most of the time the news is a weekly thing. It's on Mondays, and that segment usually runs 30 to 45 minutes.
It's kind of long sometimes.
And it usually has
I do say
8 to 12 stories. Yeah. There is enough news out there. I could do news every day, and it'd be like a 10-minute segment.
Well, there's just so much in development.
There's so much going on. I don't know. It's really becomes a, how much work does it all take? What's the return on the investment? Are we going to fatigue you guys with too much stuff? I don't know.
Fatigued.
It's a strategic question. I don't know what the right answer is.
Yeah, no, definitely when price drops or new medication is approved by the FDA, that's when he's going to come on with those little short clips, or maybe even a live.
There's a lot of those little short stories that I include in the news that probably would not do well as standalone stories.
Yeah, they just wouldn't.
Usually they're about a specific state. Maybe they're interesting stories in the news, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AML says, my shot is due tomorrow. Our big holiday dinner is tomorrow night. Should I take my shot tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm concerned about feeling ill if I inadvertently overeat. I find that the day of the shot is not my day with the most suppression. It's usually like the day after I take my shot. Now your results may vary. You could put your shot off by one day. It's not going to hurt anything. You could go ahead and take your shot. It might help you stay within a boundary.
Odds of you inadvertently overeating are kind of slim, honestly. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you'll probably be fine either way. So, decide what you want to do. Sandy Murphy, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Sandy. And again, I'm not a doctor, so you should take your shot every 7 days as prescribed. I have moved my shot up a day or back a day if I'm traveling, if I'm going somewhere, I've done it. I'm not a doctor. Your results may vary. Okay.
DJ Flat says, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Miggy Spins, hello. George Argaros, Merry Christmas Land. Christopher down 41 pounds since 425 and 17 pounds to go, all on Zep. 2.5 milligrams, but it's time to go up to 5 milligrams for some extra help. Switching to affordable compounded tirzepatide in January. All right. Good job.
Good job. Congratulations
George.
On your 41 pounds down. Susan Wittenberg, I have only received 2 months worth of Zepbound, and this GLP-1 world is new to me. Well, welcome. I've heard several influencers speak of the 2026 discount card. Where do I find the info myself? EliLily.com.
right.
Zepbound.lily.com.
Zepbound.lily.com/savings.
Pulling it up over here.
And it's always been there. Right now, they haven't quite updated all of the stuff on the site, so it's a little bit confusing. But you really kind of have to dive in deep into the terms and conditions. I did a whole video on it today, this morning, so you can go back and watch that. But if it's zepbound.lily.com/savings,
you may be able to get it for a little bit cheaper
yeah,
in 2026 than what you've paid for your first 2 months.
But it just depends.
Depends on your
depends on what your
insurance.
insurance is doing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So if you have it covered by insurance, and the insurance is good insurance, you might be getting it for a little bit as little as $25. If it's not great insurance, you can use the savings card, and the savings card will reduce your price even if insurance pays for it to as little as $25.
Or it might be $4.99.
If you have insurance that does not pay for it, like ours doesn't, then you should be able to get it for as little as $4.99 now. Or you can go
or what?
Directly to Lilly Direct. Your doctor can write a prescription to Lilly Direct, and you can get the vials of Zepbound
if you want to do the shot this way. A lot of people don't like doing that. So, but the Lilly Direct, you would get a Lilly Direct vial and an insulin syringe, and you would draw out the medicine yourself. It's a little bit cheaper. So, but yeah, the coupon is updating. The coupon is making. I need to get a Band-Aid. I'll be right back.
You're bleeding.
I ripped my cuticle.
No worries. But the first thing is talk to your doctor, see what your insurance will cover. If your insurance will cover it, that is the best way to do it. You won the lottery. So like Susan Wittenberg says right now, with insurance, she gets it for $52. That's always where you want to start. It is not going to be cheaper than that. Yeah. And were you who I'm talking to? I don't even remember now, Susan. Maybe not. Let's see here. Let's see here. M. Badger says, would you guys consider taking the GLP-1 oral instead of shot? Absolutely. We will consider, honestly, probably when orforglipron comes out, I'll try it. Do I believe it's going to work for me? No, probably not, but I'll try it and see. I think at some point as we get new medications, there will be something better that works in maintenance. There may be something better that works for a lot of people. And ultimately, we're going to have 5, 10, 15 medications that it's going to be different for everybody. So you want to use the option that works best for you. Work with your doctor to do that. Let's see here.
Oh, wait, what's that? The pill?
Would you take the pill?
If it's cheaper than what I mean, if it's cheaper. I'm all about price. Right? And will it work for me? It's also a consideration. So yeah, a lot of people love the shot, like Mindy, who's a frequent viewer, loves the shot, loves taking the shot. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I'll do it. I've taken over 100 shots in the past 2 years. But if I could take a pill, I think I might be okay with that. It would certainly be easier for travel and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. I was also going to mention that the first of the year we'll be having a Get Started series. Do you want to talk about that? That's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of, if you're just joining us for the first time, or maybe you're just getting started, I know a lot of people, get started in January. And so, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We've put out, how many videos do we have? 800?
900 now. I think.
We have a lot of videos. So you could go back and search topics and do all that. Or, you could watch a few back, and then in January, we'll start with a Getting Started series. Now, for you longtime viewers, it might be great for you guys to add your thoughts to the comments in those videos, because a lot of times we don't think of things and our viewers remind us. So we've got a lot of great community going here with the Downsized channel with our viewers. So we hope that you will, subscribe to our channel and, comment on videos. People get, things going in the comments. We've got a great community here. I was also going to segue into the Downsized Cruise.
Well, how about if we take a question?
All right.
Because you need to take a breath. Jacqueline Edwards, 3501. What does anyone know about loss of sight due to GLP-1s? So we've done a number of videos. If you search in the thing around the specific research around this question, and
there's a lawsuit.
There's always lawsuits. Yeah. That doesn't mean much. But there's 3 or 4 good research projects out there that basically there's a disease called NION, and that stands for something. I will not be non-arterial sclerosis. I won't get what NION stands for correctly. It does happen. It happens in very, very, very low rates. If I remember correctly, it's about 0.01%. It happens more frequently in type 2 diabetics. So I think it goes up, and I won't, please don't quote me up there. It goes up about 50% from the 0.01%. So it's like 0.05% or 7% or something like that. But there's a lot of research, and if you search for it, I did whole videos about it. You can also find, if you search for GLP-1s and vision loss, you can get, and if you don't know how to read research projects, honestly, the easiest way to read that research project is to copy and paste the whole darn thing, go to ChatGPT, paste it in there and say, give me an executive summary of this, and it will tell you what it says. And then you can ask it questions about the research, because sometimes these are like 200-page decks that are so science dense that if you're like me and you weren't a science major in college,
some of them are just
it's a challenge.
Really, really technical, and
it's something that you should be aware of, but it's not something that you should be necessarily concerned about, is what I would say.
Definitely talk to your doctor about it, and if you have concerns there, I don't think we've ever talked to anyone with that, but there are several lawsuits pending right now that claim
that's lawyers will sue for anything, though. I don't worry about them. Lynn says you both look great. Thank you very much. Lynn. Hi from Dayton, Suzarella.
Hi.
Down in the Dale.
Sorry, I really need to stop talking so much shit about Walgreens. I just had such a bad experience there every time I would go in.
I think it's just that one Walgreens. I don't know that it's all Walgreens.
All right. But when I started Manjaro, the pharmacy had already added a coupon, and my insurance payment was only $25. Success! Hooray! That's amazing. So if you get to pay $25, you've won the GLP-1 lottery. M. Badger says, love you guys. Oh, now the confetti comes out. 6 months, 62 pounds using Zepbound. Couldn't have done it without you guys' guidance and motivation. Thank you. Happy holidays. Oh, well, thank you, M. Badger. That's amazing. 62 pounds in 6 months. Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
DJ Flats. Hi from the big metropolis of Festus, Missouri, or Montana, I guess. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all.
Thank you, DJ. Festus. Susan Wittenberg, I've been learning so much from you both. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. We're glad you're here. Christopher can't stop, won't stop, Durham. He really can't stop. Mike Dimmers, I really appreciate your understanding of Medicare coverage next year. Man.
Well, Mike, here's the thing. Anybody who says they know what the Medicare coverage next year is going to be is making stuff up. They do not know. So what happens? Well, historically, it is illegal for Medicare and Medicaid to cover obesity medication strictly for the weight loss.
Right.
They can cover it for other things, sleep apnea, type 2 diabetes, other things. Cardiac. But historically, there is a law on the books that says that it cannot cover weight loss, period. What has happened in the last few months is the administration has negotiated with Lillian Novo, and through their whole most favored nations thing has been able to bring the price down a little bit, And as part of the White House fact sheet, and I did a whole video on it. You can, if you search for White House fact sheet on GLP-1s, the official document is out there. It's a very easy document to read. You can go look at it. It says that at some point in the next year, and the theory is March, April-ish, Medicare and Medicaid will begin to be able to cover it. It does not give any details, because when this was proposed by the White House at this press conference, the CMS, which is the body in the government that manage all these Medicaid services, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, I think is what it's called, had not written all the rules. So we don't actually know who qualifies for them. Yes, it's supposed to be a pilot project. There's some old versions out there that people think might be what it is, but none of the official versions have actually been published. So until that's published, we have no idea who will be approved for it. Certainly not everyone on Medicare that wants it will get it. We have no idea what the requirements are, how much you'll pay. The White House threw out some numbers that your copay would be $50. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. We just don't know. You're just going to have to hang in there, because everybody's asking this question and we just don't know the answer. Anybody who tells you they know the answer, they're guessing, or they're going off some old information that they're hoping is still true.
Mark Blackmore, why not find an excellent RX that does compound Zepbound rather than paying more at Lilly Direct? Compound tirzepatide, I think you mean, Mark. Yeah, that's what I do. So I get compounded tirzepatide through Mochi Health. I pay $199 a month plus a $79 membership fee. I've got a link and a code in the description. If you want to sign up using my code, you can save $40. Some people, doctors, like in-person doctors, are not going to prescribe you to a compounding pharmacy.
Most some other, there are some.
There are some that will, but most doctors are like, I don't know these compounding pharmacies. I don't know what they're doing. I can't support that, and I respect that.
There's
right?
also insurance issues that a lot of local providers have. That the insurance precludes them from writing it.
Right. So some people, just because they're going under their doctor's guidance, or they're not sure what to do, they'll do the Lilly Direct files, or they'll pay a lot of money for these. If everything costs $199 a month, there would be no more compounding, because everybody would just buy the name brand. So once the name brand comes down in price, I mean, it's not really going to be a thing. But for now, the compounded is much cheaper. I've lost 50 pounds on it. I've been taking it for over 2 years. I'm a big fan. So, but again, I'm not a doctor. We're not doctors. I'm just some lady in North Carolina that lost 50 pounds.
All right.
Hey, Aussie Craig, down under. He's down under. Good day, mate. It's Darium. We are happy to see you all. Please make sure to hit the like button. Thanks, Darium.
There's 277 of you out there. Hello, everybody.
Are there? I'm looking.
Yeah, there's 124 likes. Actually, no, there's 279 of you out there. Hello, everybody. If you've got questions, obviously the big news today was the FDA approval of oral Wegovy and the Zepbound Savings Card. If you got any other questions, it doesn't matter about GLP-1s or just life in general.
But we
will postulate.
We are not.
But we're not doctors, for sure.
Well, I can tell you what I did. Also, Merry Christmas, cat, sea cow. My dog is insisting we walk. Okay. Also, we have a series called The Downsized Dish, where Christopher and I interview people, real people who have taken a GLP-1, lost weight on a GLP-1, Wegovy, Zepbound, Ozempic, Mounjaro. We had a Rybelsus lady way back in the beginning. So if you want to, listen to some real people talk about real stories other than, just us, that's it's nice. You can find somebody who maybe you can relate to, man, woman, young, old, all kinds of people. So
I interviewed a guy from Australia today. If you're on here, Alan, 6'4", had lost 100 and he was talking in kilos. So I was marginally confused.
2.2 kilograms per pound, right?
I think 150 pounds young. He was like 35
pounds per kilogram.
Had a new baby. Fascinating guy. Fascinating guy. She's watching herself walk off on the delay.
That's really delayed.
It always is.
Mm.
Carla Hammonds, Merry Christmas to my beautiful people. Continued blessings to you and your family. Surprised I've done so well on compound. I've inadvertently stockpiled Zepbound 10 to 15 from GW.
Goal weight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let me give you that.
Why did you inadvertently stockpile Zepbound? So this is a good time to mention that, these things do have expiration dates. So, this one says, this is a used one, but this one says August 15th, 2026. Usually on the branded pens, the use by dates, the best use by dates are way out, like over a year. On the compounded medications, those best use by dates vary wildly. I've seen 6 weeks out, I've seen 3 months out, I've seen 6 months out, I've seen a year. It just I never know when I open my box what the best use by day is going to be. So I make sure I line them up in order of dates so that I'm using them appropriately.
Bob Sloan Audio Productions question: been taking tirzepatide for 6 weeks now. The side effect I'm dealing with is postural orthostatic tachycardia. I was wondering if any others suffer from this and have any suggestions. So your heart's doing some weird things. The first question I would ask is, have you talked to your doctor?
Yes.
I mean, we haven't had that experience, and I don't know that I don't
know what that is.
I don't know that I've even read that as one of the things in any of the literature. But it's not to say that it doesn't happen.
Right. Definitely. I hope you've already talked to your doctor, but if you haven't, definitely reach out to your doctor and see. We do know that Ozempic and Wegovy are, well, I guess Ozempic is approved for some cardiac conditions. So I don't know if it might be better for you to take Ozempic. Might be something to bring up with your doctor. We're not doctors, but that sounds serious. Do we have another super chat?
No,
I feel like I saw something go over there. Okay. Sarah C says, I'm 45 pounds down in 14 weeks. Awesome. I have.
Oh no, run. Oh, hold on, Sarah. Like, finish, Sarah.
All right.
We'll be right with you, Ron.
I have 45 pounds left before I get to goal. I'm curious what happens when I get to goal.
Rainbows, unicorns.
The skies part and angels sing and people dance and throw confetti. What happens when I get to goal? Wondering if insurance will still pay for it even after my BMI will no longer be over 27. Okay. So you're right in the middle of your weight loss. What happens when you get to goal? Well, when I got to goal, I kept taking my medication. Christopher stayed on his same dose. I came down a little bit in dose just because I wanted to see if that would work for me, and it did. And will your insurance still pay for it? So varies. But your BMI should be, your starting BMI should always be, if your doctor diagnoses you with morbid obesity or obesity, then you always have that diagnosis in your chart.
Right. It's basically like diabetes. Once you have the disease of obesity, the disease of diabetes, then it's going to always flag it as that. So assuming your doctor is working this appropriately,
you have to get your doctor to report it as still treating obesity.
So let's go to Ron over here.
All right, Ron, thank you for your super chat of $10. Glad to catch you live. Thanks again for all your videos and information. Special thanks to the moderators for being so welcoming. See everyone soon. Happy holidays all. Well, thanks, Ron. That's awesome. Duty, Ron. Thank you very much for your super chat. Do you want to talk about the Downsized Cruise?
Yes, that'd be a good thing to talk about.
Okay. Christopher and I love cruising. And you're probably, if you haven't watched this much, you're probably thinking, how does that work on a cruise? Because cruise, you eat a lot of food and you're on a cruise. Well, we make it work for us because GLP-1s give us I call them guardrails, to be able to eat small portions, pick and choose things we like, not feel like we have to eat everything and drink everything and do everything, right? So we go on cruises a lot. It's our favorite thing to do. And we did a Downsized Cruise in 2025. It was a big hit. We had about 50 of our GLP-1 buddies come and join us that we had never met before. And now we're all like BFFs. So we decided let's do another one. And so the Downsized at Sea Cruise 2026 is going to be June 4th through 8th out of Miami on Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. You can go to our website at thedownsized.org, click on the cruise tab, and there you'll find information on our travel. Wait, she's not a travel agent. She's a travel
advisor.
Yes. Kelly and Roberta. So Kelly's one of my friends. We were just saying 2 years ago, I said, hey, Kelly, I'm thinking about doing a group cruise. And she said, I'm going to become a travel agent under my mother-in-law who's been doing travel agent stuff for 30 years. And I'm like, cool. So now Kelly has really gotten up to speed on the travel agent stuff. And we have, I think, 54 people so far booked for the Downsized Cruise. And we do stuff like we'll do onstage panels and presentations.
Yeah, so we were talking to them today. So we're going to actually have the theater in the main theater. And we'll do, I think we want to do a panel. We don't know what the topic for the panel is. Yeah. We'll probably record news live. So you'll actually get to see the Downsized News live. It'll be fun.
Well, and we'll do things like we'll give away prizes, and we'll do different games and different things on the ship. Like, I like to do the exercise classes, so maybe you guys can come along with me. There'll be a workout room, so maybe we'll do some of that. We'll do some excursions. We go to Nassau. We usually do a snorkeling excursion in Nassau. But we'll just do things like that. And it's a lot of fun. So I hope that you can join us.
Anthony says, well, they have Santa certifications. Yes, they do. Now, I don't know who the official governing body of Santa is.
He had to go to classes.
He did like a whole
My cousin. We're talking about my cousin who became a Santa.
Yeah.
It's on the Greek side of the family.
He's a convincing Santa.
He really is into it. Mark Blackmore says, thank you. I'm getting my compound in Dallas at
you're probably getting it from Empower.
No, that's in Houston, isn't it? Empower's in Houston.
It might still be coming. Texas has some of the biggest compounding pharmacies in the country. So.
Yeah, so Empower Compounding Pharmacy, according to them, are the biggest compounding pharmacy in the world. I've gotten several vials through Mochi Health that have come from Empower, and it's fantastic. They ship in a huge styrofoam cooler, which I hate that it's not environmentally friendly, but you got to keep that stuff cold. It stays cold in the shipping for sure. Anthony says, it's Darian. You know what's crazy? I wasn't even thinking about his weight when I asked that. Ha ha ha. He just has the Santa vibes. Someday we will meet, Anthony. Yeah. And I think we will have been long lost friends when we meet. Anthony, you should come on the Downsized Cruise.
Yep. Jude says, I wonder if fast food restaurants will consider being GLP-1 friendly. They're already working on it. So
Chipotle.
You were just going to cut me off, right?
No, I knew what you were going to say. So I was like.
Right, so in the news this week, we did a whole story about Chipotle. Has launched a whole line of protein-friendly, GLP-1 friendly. Now, the reality of Chipotle, it's basically, Mexican Subway. So all that stuff was there to begin with. They're just packaging it in a neat little protein bowl for $6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see more of it coming. It's they always follow the trend. So whatever the trend is, they're going to follow. They can't afford not to.
Well, and there are better options at a lot of these fast food places, right? Like Chick-fil-A has the grilled chicken nuggets. That's the only thing that comes to my mind right off. A Starbucks made a protein latte assortment. There's things here and there. They're slowly becoming more mainstream.
So Duty Ron says my first order was $304 with the syringes. So that first dose, the 2.5 doses, is the cheapest dose. So it's $3.99, and you got a little syringe price in there. So it will go up as you get to the higher doses. Make sure you're ordering every 45 days or it goes up too.
Frankly, Michelle says, I wonder with GLPs if people who start weight loss as a resolution but use GLP, if this will help them stay with the resolution. I think it absolutely does. Did you notice a difference last year with this? I just think it's just so helpful. that it's, I mean, it definitely helps me personally, but I think when you're, for me personally, I had always dieted and exercised. My whole life has been about me dieting and exercising. And I could lose 20, 30. One time I lost 50 pounds, but then it would slowly come back, right? When I stopped working out twice a day, or when I stopped eating 1,000 calories a day, and I eventually went back to what I was doing before because of my disease of obesity, right? So once I got the GLP-1 medication, it just made everything, everything worked better. Like, I was able to eat the portions that I knew were proper portions. I was able to stay away from the junk food. I was able to focus on fueling my body and feeling better, and everything just worked better. And if you don't know out there, obesity is a disease. It's a chronic progressive disease as defined by the American Medical Association and other medical organizations. And it's not your fault, right? We didn't choose to have the disease of obesity. It is a disease. And, these GLP-1s are tools for the treatment of obesity. They're not cures. So if you stop taking them, most people will, gain the weight back. You stop going to the gym, you lose your muscle. You stop doing, I stop my skincare, I see more wrinkles. So, just something that works very well for me after I've battled my weight literally since about age 10. Mary Cobb Bloomer says, thanks, Christopher, for answering my question. I love
welcome,
mochi.
Mary.
It is cheaper. They have added B1 and I have more energy with mochi. Really enjoyed the interview. Cool. Thanks, Mary Cobb. Jane Hines, hello. I've been watching your videos and have learned a lot from you too. Thanks. I started compounded semaglutide last January 3rd at 305 pounds and weighed 213 this morning. Congratulations.
Get up here. Hold on.
That's fantastic. Semaglutide is an amazing medicine. Yep. Semaglutide is what's in Wegovy and Ozempic. It's the OG, right? It's kind of the shot heard around the world that started the revolution, right? So I'm so glad it's working for you. It sounds like it's working great for you. So congratulations. That's really great.
Chumicho, something. He's been on here before. I recognize his picture.
Yeah.
Question: when you buy compounded medication, does Eli Lilly get a cut?
No.
Wondering if compounders help fund future drugs like
No.
retatrutide and other research, or do they just copy and reap all the benefits? No, Eli Lilly doesn't get a cut.
No.
That's not the way it works.
That's why Eli Lilly sues suing many compounders and many telehealths. But so far they haven't been able to get anywhere with these lawsuits.
It's the unique aberration of the American healthcare system, and the way patent law works and the way FDA regulations work. So Eli Lilly owns the patent for tirzepatide, they own the patent for orforglipron, they own the patent for retatrutide. And patent law, if you were in any other industry, would mean pretty much you were the only person that could do that. In the drug industry, because there's FDA regulations that layer on top of it, patent law is, first of all, much shorter around drugs, with the presumption that drugs are for public health and that eventually the public needs to have better access. You should get a profit from your work, but it doesn't last forever. You also have regulations around shortages and making sure that in times of need, people can get it, and around customization, which is where the compounding pharmacies can work. So there's 503A and 503B pharmacies that are allowed to create things either in shortage, which shortages are over now, so that doesn't get you anywhere, but allow you to personalize a medication such that if you get a drug that there's something in it, you're allergic to it, you can't take the dose for whatever reason, they could still, a compounding pharmacy could make that. Those pharmacies have existed since the beginning of pharmacies, and most towns have them. We have one in our town. The guy's name is Neil. He makes stuff. He's made stuff for our daughter when she had an allergy to things, and that's always existed. with the advent of GLP-1s, it just has moved to scale. So the law permits that. Our whole healthcare system needs revamped. All of the laws need revamped. So right now it's legal and it is what it is.
Is what I need. Well, I need, I'm all about the price. It's price for me.
Honestly, yeah, I just want to be able to take care of myself. So we'll do what we got to do.
Zach G. Netting. Hey, y'all. I've been a subscriber for a long time now. All right. And I finally caught my first live chat. Well, cool. I started my compound journey in the beginning of November and took my 4th shot of 4.4 milligram tirzepatide today. Cool. So, there's an example of a personalized dose, because 4.4 milligrams of tirzepatide is not a standard dose. You're not going to see that dose in a pen, right? So the standard doses are 2.5 and then they go to 5.0 milligrams. So yeah, congratulations. I'm glad that you don't say if it's working for you, but I guess it is. So thanks for watching and thanks for being a subscriber.
Anthony question, speaking of compound, is it too tinfoil hat conspiracy theory to think the Florida rep with the bill from yesterday's news is in cahoots with Lilly? I swear there's a backdoor deal somewhere. Is it tinfoil hat? Yes. Is it too tinfoil hat? No.
Does it seem weird?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't cast aspersions on that. I don't know. I mean, what we know is that Lilly has millions of dollars worth of actual individuals. Well, let me finish the sentence. Actual individuals out there lobbying, trying to convince legislators in every state in the country to do specific things that they want them to do.
Yes, they got one.
To be advantageous. So is it possible? Yes, it's possible. I looked that lady up and could not find anywhere there was a direct connection. Doesn't mean that
Can we look up her campaign contributors?
You can. Yeah, and there's some watchdog groups that you can look to see who the lobbyists are paying. It's not all perfect. Is it possible? Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, we all know our government works on both sides of the aisle. So, Lori
Tarsa. I had 2 people I work with tell me that. Tell me what? They have asked their doctor to get on a GLP-1, and their doctor has told them that they have to wait and see the changes coming in 2026 because insurance. It looks like prices are coming down in 2026. So maybe, but the best time to start a GLP-1 is yesterday.
But let's not get too bent. Next year is like 10 days away.
It's next week. Right. So it's not... Right. Well, I mean, Go ahead and write me the prescription, doc, and I'll fill it on January 1st or January 5th, or I want to get started as soon as possible. And there are changes coming, but I mean, when we started 2 years ago, it was, it was expensive. It's still expensive.
It might be more about insurance coverage since they say it's insurance.
Yeah.
Duty Run. Travis had asked him if he was going to use the Walmart option. The Walmart option is basically Walmart signed the deal with Eli Lilly that if your doctor sends your prescription to Lilly Direct, just like you're doing right now, Ron, when you pay for it, you then get the option to either have it delivered directly to your home, or if you choose, you can click the box that says, I will pick up at Walmart. And you can go to your local Walmart and pick it up.
Yeah.
It has to go through Lilly Direct, though. You can't just walk in a Walmart and buy.
And say, I'm Lilly Direct. Give me some, give me some miles.
Yeah, they won't.
You have to set it up online. And some people, people say, well, why would you want to go in a Walmart when they'll ship it to your house? Well, maybe you're not home all day, or maybe you're in a neighborhood where packages disappear off your porch, or, who knows? So it's nice that they give some flexibility with that. I personally love it landing on my doorstep from my Mochi.
Lori is giving us more information. Supposedly won't cover it in 2026. I'm waiting to see if that's true because I've been approved over the next year after the Zepbound insurance non-coverage. Now I'm on Manjaro for off-brand use. So what the doctor is saying is he thinks it won't be covered, so he doesn't want to write the prescription. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to have to work through that.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces there. Hopefully, I don't, I take compounded. It's $199 a month plus $79 membership fee. You know, your results may vary. If your insurance covers it, then by all means, go where your insurance covers it. Anthony says, I like the longer Monday news videos. My favorite one was the news videos right after the Downsized Cruise. You guys were tired and LD had the biggest yawn. So we're like, he was supposed to edit that out and he didn't.
I think I was too tired to.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll have a staff that edits our videos. Do you think
Maybe someday I can teach JoJo to edit.
Yeah. I was going to learn and then he really didn't like that idea.
You are welcome to do it anytime you want.
All right.
Travis at Duty Run. Lily watches the orders really well. If timing is too long, they suspend the delivery and get your new order. I'd suggest ordering 21 days out, especially if you live in a rural area. That's they're giving Ron tips on it. That's good. Darium said, there's 284 now. By the time I got to that, Darium, 165 likes. I always like to get to 200 likes if it's possible. So make sure you hit that like button. Absolutely.
You didn't read the rest of it, but you can share this video with a friend. Maybe you have a friend who's thinking about taking a GLP-1, so you can send them one of our videos or this live even. If they have questions.
Linda says, my Medicare Part D is covering Zepbound. Why won't they allow the coupon to be used? It's still very expensive. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is an actual law written by the federal government that says that things like that cannot be used for government programs because it's considered a bribe, a graft of sorts. So talk to your congressman and maybe get the law changed. But it's basically any of the Medicaid, Medicare, TRICARE, any of the government programs cannot use coupons like that. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me because what are you going to do? But
Judy Ron, Travis, I'm on Long Island in New York, Long Island, as my roommate used to say. My roommate Courtney from Sag Harbor. And my doctor sent the script yesterday, and my order is arriving tomorrow. Woo woo! I thought that was super fast. Yeah,
you're right with the city, so I'm sure there's a.
The Lilly direct orders come super fast. I think they're going through pretty quickly. Paula Harden says, I just received notification that the Mounjaro coupon will continue for 2026. Thankful for this news. Yep. Yes, the Mounjaro coupon has been renewed. The Zepbound coupon has been renewed. And you could pay anywhere from $25 to $499 with the coupon. Your mileage may vary according to your insurance.
That's released a question I want to celebrate finally getting into the next decade of weight. It's taken since mid-April. I've been on 12.5 since June. I'm down 45 pounds. I'm so happy the weight has finally moved.
Cool.
Is there a question?
No, I think she just wants some confetti. Christopher, give the woman some confetti. I think it's a woman.
Confetti.
Congratulations.
I'll even give you a Carlton.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, these drugs work so incredibly well for, 90% of people who try them. So I would recommend them to friends. I have recommended to friends. We actually started this channel because we liked them so well. Take Carlton away, please. He's annoying me.
Sorry. Carlton.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Judy Ron, I have a YouTube channel where I cover true crime from the police. Oh, you're a police detective. Cool.
Is that like JAG? Are those like...
I don't think he's military police. I think he's actual... What kind of police detective.
Are you? Oh, I thought he was like a military
JAG is
person.
naval
duty.
Police.
But he says duty. He's got like medals on his... tell us, Ron. Are you in the service or how's that work? True crime from the police detective's perspective. I need to catch up on supplements I need to purchase. That's cool. Christopher looks snazzy in his red jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Serena Devon. There's so much misinformation out there, so be careful where you get the info from. As per usual. Margaret Mitchum. Hi, JoJo, and hi, Christopher and Laraine. Yeah, JoJo's here. I don't know if y'all can see.
You can see her ears.
Maybe take that down for a minute, and I'll try to get her to. I'll try to annoy her, but JoJo's our cat. She likes to be in our videos. she just really just likes to be where we are. We got her 2021 right during COVID, so we were home all the time, and so she likes to be around people. And when we're not here, she's very sad.
If we're all in the same room, she comes trotting in, going, "No one told me there was a meeting."
Yeah, she likes to be. Even if we have like different people in the house, she'll like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, unless they're a repair person, and then she's
or a garbage man. She is not a fan of garbage or yard people.
Hates the garbage trucks and the leaf blowers.
Not a fan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway,
not a fan.
Merry Christmas Eve, Serena. Oh, thanks. Yep. Kristen Nar finally reached under 25 BMI, entering maintenance. Fantastic. Congratulations. Frankly, Michelle, when I went to my eye doctor, I was a bit nervous to tell her. She asked me how long I was on. I told her, and she said it is usually within the first 3 months if there's going to be an issue, not a doctor. Well, thanks, Michelle, for that. That's a good tidbit of knowledge. You should when you go for your yearly eye exam, please disclose all the medications that you're taking. It's very important. And, have the eye doctor look at all the parts in there. Do the extra, like they always want to say, do you want to pay an extra $30 for the retinal blah, blah, blah? Like, get the extra tests. It's worth the $30, right?
Just tell them all the medications that you're on. Plus, other medications can interact, and you just never know what's going on. But all of your medical professionals need to know everything you're taking.
Deborah Kreischer. I did my first clothing purge this month. Woo! Taking advantage of holiday sales. 50 pounds down has made it fun to go shopping. Well, congratulations. That is fun. I think I've finally purged most things out of my closet. Actually, my daughter was looking for some business clothes to wear, and I'm like, you know what? I pitched all of it. I pitched all of it a long time ago. Miss L. Russ. Happy holidays, everyone. Just wanted to give a quick update about Mochi. They are now offering tirzepatide that is mixed with NAD. I'm checking my app right now.
Now, they are, because I saw that, but it's only from specific pharmacies to specific states. So that is not
I don't think I can get it in my state because somebody...
The challenge of all of these is because compounding pharmacies are licensed by the state that they're in and regulated by the state that they're in. And they also have to be licensed to ship to another state. So like the one in Texas has to ship to North Carolina. So that everyone who looks at their app, regardless of whether it's Mochi or any other telehealth, may see different pharmacies depending on where they live and what's being delivered to them.
Yeah, so because I just looked the other day and I don't think I can get that. So if I say request medication and I say I want compounded and I want tirzepatide, I don't have that option. So I can get tirzepatide plus B12. I can get tirzepatide plus B3. I can get tirzepatide plus cyclopamine. I can get tirzepatide plus glycine, tirzepatide plus niacinamide, which I get a lot, another plus niacinamide, and tirzepatide plus peroxidine HCl. Those are my only choices. So,
but you have it from 4 or 5 different pharmacies, right?
Yeah, I can, and this is 7 Cells, is Empower's the big gun. Medivera, I've used that. VLS Pharmacy, DCA, Drug Crafters, East Coast Compounding.
So there's a lot of options.
Revive RX. So yeah, you can.
They all don't do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't currently do that, but if you are with Mochi, you could always send a message to your provider and say, is this available for me in the state where I live? Can I get that from any of these compounding pharmacies? And they may be able to help you. Because that was my thing about the NAD or the NAD Plus, was that I didn't want to take a second shot. A lot of people have been saying it's been helpful.
And that probably adds another $100 to your cost.
Yeah, so I didn't want the cost and I didn't want the second shot. So if you could put it into one and tell me the price for that, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Tech We Love says they need to change that law. Yeah, that coupon law is rough. And there's, it's, I don't know, people get so caught up in these partisan politics when there's things like this that just impact pretty much everybody that should
Yeah.
just be fixed, and it shouldn't have
Well,
anything to do with.
and it's weight loss medication too is not covered by a lot of government things and insurance things, and it's
Well,
just
it's illegal for weight loss medications to be covered under Medicaid, Medicare. Yeah.
and why is that? The obesity, like it's just a
Well,
weight bias that
original-
has existed for years.
The original theory behind it was that most of the weight loss drugs were stimulants, and they did not want to pay basically
Well,
for
I mean,
speed for
That's
people.
true. I mean, what was that one I took that was speed that Sandy Shore took also that you can only take for 90 days because it's an amphetamine,
Yeah,
right?
so you combine that with they just don't like fat
But
people,
things have
and it is what it
changed.
is.
Things have changed, right? And now we're trying to eliminate obesity bias. We're trying to make these medications affordable and accessible for all people. So laws have to change in order for that to happen. Joanne Roundtree, 2005. In maintenance and got notice Mochi will now renew every 28 days. Taking tirzepatide every 10 days, so I don't need it that frequently. Holding out for the Lilly Direct oral. Going to look at Lilly Direct price, might go back. You don't have to get a reorder every 28 days. You can send a message through the portal to customer service and push that out. You do not automatically have to do that. And if you don't need it that frequently, maybe you don't need to place an order every month. Now, I think they are going to charge you the $79 membership fee every month, but you're probably still going to be cheaper than your what comes out with orforglipron, depending on your dose level.
So orforglipron will run basically $199 to $349.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what dose you're currently on with tirzepatide. I will tell you, I mean, I did a whole video on orforglipron and maintenance, and they released a lot of the research, not all of it. When we get all of it, we'll do another video. The results, if you were switching from Ozempic, Wegovy, and maintenance to orforglipron, were pretty promising, and there was a little bit of weight regain, but it was like
2 pounds, 5 pounds
like a
over
couple
the
of
course
pounds.
of a year.
The
All right.
switch from
Tirzepatide
Zepbound Manjaro to
to
orforglipron was about 11 pounds over the course of the year. Now, remember, all these are average numbers. All these are average numbers, and there's no guarantee anybody loses and gains anything, right? Just like all those average numbers that said I could only lose 18% of my body weight, and I lost 38%. So the average numbers don't mean much.
Your results may vary,
but
for sure.
It remains to be seen when orforglipron is in the real world,
how people
how much
it.
weight they're going to lose from it, how good it is for maintenance, and we're just going to have to try it. And I mean, the good thing about this community is we will have people doing it. We will hear the stories.
We'll hear the tales.
We will hear the tales pretty
Y'all will
quickly.
tell us.
And although it's not scientifically validated research, if I hear 1,000 people telling me the same thing,
if I hear 1,000 people telling me they gained like 15 pounds after they switched to the orforglipron, I ain't gonna do it. Like, I mean, I don't want to gain 15 pounds. I'll be very happy on my compounded tirzepatide from now until forever.
And the challenge of orforglipron is because we don't know how the pricing breaks. That highest dose at $399
ain't gonna be cheap.
Is not any cheaper than tirzepatide. So.
No, so convenience maybe. Pill versus shot. Real Pro Van R. Started GLP-1 on 12/1/25. Your channel has given me hope that I can get my weight under control. All right, lessening food noise is a game changer for sure. We haven't talked about food noise in a minute. We can talk about that. Down 9.1 pounds. Excited for the future. Something new for me. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, so food noise, that chatter in your mind that is telling me, what am I going to eat next? What have I eaten today? How many calories is it? What's in my pantry? Are there any Oreos left? Like, do I need to get in my car and drive to get some food that's not in my house? Like, all that just kind of just goes away, really, when you're on a GLP-1 medication.
For most people, not for all people.
That was just the best. I didn't know how much space that was taking up mentally of my thoughts every day of my life until I didn't have it anymore. Like nothing was going off in my brain at 3 o'clock saying it's time for a snack. What you got? Let's go look. I don't do that anymore. I'm just able to be more focused.
Duty Ron says, I would love to have them both on my YouTube channel as guests to educate my audience on GLP-1s. I have 543,000 subscribers. Dude, you're killing it.
When can we go on?
Sure. Email me, Christopher@thedownsized.org.
Seriously?
Love to yeah. I mean, first of all,
that's awesome.
Props to you for 543,000 subscribers.
Really great.
That's impressive.
I think we've got 35. 36.
Yeah, I think we've got 35. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, of course.
Just let us know.
We've been on other people's channels before. We love to promote people's channels.
Come on and do an interview with us. Honestly, you're fascinating anyway, just at the beginning, because there's a couple of people we've interviewed several times at the beginning of their journey, in the middle, and when they got to maintenance. So it's interesting to see the progression.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes people get a little bit frustrated by the people who have, I lost 150 pounds overnight, and it wasn't hard, and I had no side effects. And
people want to see the struggle, right?
They want to see people where they are. Mm-hmm. So reach out. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanitha, one of our viewers, has been going back and watching some of our videos from when we first started back in March of 2024, and she's making comments on each video. And we see the comments in our creator dashboard as they pop up. And so these videos pop up and she goes, oh yeah, I totally forgotten about when you said this, Laraine, and blah, blah, blah. And I go back and watch the videos myself and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot that. We have so many videos. So if you're just getting started, we have over 800 videos that you can go and watch. And you can put comments on those and we'll see them. If you put the cues there, we'll see them probably easier. So, but just know that that's available. Tech we love. Did any of you try Saxenda before moving on to Wegovy or Zepbound? Wow, you got down a lot on Saxenda, 410 to 334. Now switching to Wegovy because I plateaued. Yeah, but I was like the PTA president back in like 2015, and a bunch of teachers at my daughter's elementary school started losing massive amounts of weight. I said, what are you doing? They said, we're going to this doctor. She prescribes this medication. It's a shot. And I'm like, yeah, a shot. I went to the doctor that they had recommended. And at the time, Christopher had a different job. He was working for an ad agency and it was covered. And so I only paid $25 for it. And I used it for a couple of months. I think I lost 5 or 10 pounds, and I didn't really, I don't know, maybe I didn't stick with it long enough, or I didn't understand what it was or what I was doing. And I really didn't, I think it was a daily shot, and I really wasn't very hip on that. But, I'll try anything, right? I'll do anything. But yeah, for some people, you had great success on Saxenda. And so, if you start with that, now you're moving to Wegovy, I'd follow Wegovy as far as it'll take you. And, maybe when you're plateaued with that, you go to Zepbound or you go to something else that's coming out in 26 or 27. But yeah, that's, and our friend Barb, Health at Any Cost, she started with, what did she start with, Christopher?
I don't remember.
Trulicity. She started with Trulicity and she started losing weight. She didn't even know it was a GLP-1. And then she went to Mounjaro and Zepbound, and she was on Ozempic for a minute, but and she went from 405 pounds to 120 pounds. So that's definitely a great strategy.
User QU, one whole lot of numbers and letters. I missed about the new pill. Is it actually available now? So no, it is not available yet. The new pill is Wegovy as an oral. So essentially semaglutide, which is Ozempic, Wegovy, has been available for some time as Rybelsus, and it was for type 2 diabetics.
For an oral pill.
But it was pretty low doses. So what the FDA has approved is the same medication branded in higher doses for the disease of obesity, and it will be out in the next few weeks. And
Wasn't
it will
it
start
slightly different than Rybelsus?
Nope, same thing.
Well, I thought there were rules around Rybelsus, like you couldn't eat.
Same thing. Yep, it's going to be exactly the same
So
thing.
Wegovy has those rules too? You can't eat during a window of time after you take it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's the same
But
stuff.
the orforglipron, which is the Eli
Will not have
Lilly,
those rules,
will not
correct.
have any eating restrictions.
Right.
Got it. It's a lot of rules, a lot of things.
So it'll be available in the next few weeks. The starting price on it's $199, and it goes up to almost $400 depending on the dose you're on. It goes up to 25 milligrams. So it's a pretty high dose there. Your body has to digest things, so some of it gets lost in the mix there.
Al Cortez, I think we've seen this person before. Tomorrow's 5 months on Zepbound. I'm 57 pounds. What an unforgettable year. Absolutely. That's great. Congratulations. 5 months, 57 pounds. Fantastic. Carla Hammonds says, I order the vials every 45 days just to keep the discount. Are you taking them You take them?
Well, she had.
Is she the one with the 10 days? No,
yeah, and she had a stockpile of it. That's why, because she's not taking it as quickly. It has a long bud date on it,
though. Pamela Mason. Hey, Pamela Mason. Question. I get my tirzepatide from Mochi, but different pharmacies have shipped it to me. Yeah, lately, 4 months. The bud date is within 30 days. I've gotten some like that too. Do you think Mochi has told the pharmacy to do this so we can't stock up? No, I don't think Mochi has any control over the bud dates on I think compounding pharmacies are either very busy and the turnover is great, and it just depends on their volume, right? I think a lot of these newer pharmacies are maybe smaller pharmacies, but then again, Empower is the biggest compounding pharmacy, and I have gotten very short bud dates from Empower also. So it really varies, and I don't know why.
Pick a different pharmacy next time you have a choice.
Yeah, try different ones but I have 4 Empower. My last 4 Empower shipments one had a 6-week bud date, one had a 3-month bud date, one had a 6-month. Like there was no rhyme or reason to it, and you can't pick. So, but you can reorder every 10 days on Mochi if you want to. So you don't really need to stock up. You know what I mean?
Hector Carrillo says, my doctor says I should only use Zepbound until I hit 15% of weight loss and stop because they are not sure of the long-term side effects. What do you guys think about that? I think your doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, not a doctor. But I have read a lot of research. And what I'll tell you is that do we know 15 years from now what happens? No, we don't know that. But as our friend Jamie Salser says, if I grow a tail, I have the best fucking looking tail you've ever seen.
Language.
There's 72-week trials out there that are ongoing, the Surmount trials that have averages on Zepbound Mounjaro of 18 to 20% weight loss. So that even the trials themselves say it's higher than 15%. I've personally lost 38% of my body weight.
Lost about 20.
There's another person in this house that's lost 50% of their body weight. We've talked to people who have lost more than that. I would strongly recommend you get a second opinion from another doctor.
Maybe go to an obesity medicine.
If you go to our website, thedownsized.org, click on the resources button. There's a tool on there. It's not our tool. It links to the Obesity Medicine Association's website. But all of the doctors that you can search are obesity certified. So they have been specially certified to help you manage your disease of obesity. And they understand these drugs. They understand the patients. They understand the research. And they can help you with that. If a doctor's telling you to stop at 15%, I have never heard that rule before. They are making a random rule up.
They're making something up. And also, if you're going along and you lose 15% of your body weight and then you stop,
probably going to gain it back.
Probably going to gain it all back. And wouldn't that be a shame to lose that progress? So, get a second opinion. Maybe try to find an obesity medicine certified doctor.
Rebel Mom for Don in the posterior tachycardia. The tirzepatide is known to lower blood pressure.
It did him.
It's also weight loss. It's not just it happened to me immediately after my first shot, and I had to have my BP meds reduced 3 times. Please ask. I mean, that's a good call. That's another reason to talk to your doctor, because I mean, I had to go down my blood pressure medicine in half, and then basically all off of it for a long time, and now I'm kind of playing with it because my genetics are not good. But talk to your doctor about especially if you're on blood pressure medicine or any other medicine. There's other things that interact, and you might be assuming it's what's JoJo doing? You might be assuming it's this medicine, and it's not necessarily.
She's in the corner of the room. She's a weird cat sometimes.
Rebel Mom's down 101 pounds in 22 months. Been life-changing.
Life-changing. We hear that all the time, how life-changing it is. And 101 pounds in 22, that's fantastic. And you know what? That's about a pound a week. About a pound a week, right in the average there. And just some inspiration for somebody saying, oh, I only lost a pound this week. Well, just keep going. Just keep going. Those little numbers add up to big numbers over time.
The Thomas, North Carolina says, question, I know Eli Lilly does not supply the API to compounders, so where do compounders source tirzepatide from? Other countries?
Great question.
Merry Christmas. So Thomas actually lives in Charlotte. We met him. Thomas said, you don't know who I am.
My mama doesn't even know that I'm on this yet.
And I don't even have a YouTube, so he got a real YouTube name, so thank you, Thomas.
Or didn't that Thomas live in South Carolina?
I think he does. The way medications in general, whether they're over the counter or prescription drugs in the United States work, is the vast majority, 80 to 90% of all ingredients are sourced from overseas, whether it be China, India, Africa, you name it, they're sourced from overseas, and it's a function of where the natural materials come from or where the production is actually done. I don't get too worried about overseas sourcing because honestly, here's yours. If China can make an iPhone, which is where they're all made, surely they can make an ingredient for a drug. Well, it's not that big a deal.
You want to talk about the FDA green list?
Right. So what has happened, because people ask questions like that and there's concern, is that the FDA has said in order for a state-regulated compounding pharmacy to legally operate, they must buy from a supplier who makes the API, the active pharmaceutical ingredient for tirzepatide or semaglutide, from someone on our list, which they call the green list, which means that they have been to those facilities. Those facilities have been checked and they're all safe. They're vetted and so forth.
Right.
So they have to come through there. But yes.
So that's where they get their
there might be one or two making it locally, but there's not many. And honestly, up until very recently, the brands have not been it's all been made overseas as well. So Lilly and Novo both have factories that are being built. So like the API factory for orforglipron is being built in Huntsville, Alabama. It's not there yet though. So
where's it coming from?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's a good question. Arby's launched a bowl of beef bites. Tell me more about this bowl of beef bites. I have not seen that. We haven't been in Arby's in years. I do love the curly fries, but bowl of beef bites. That's good to know. Might have to check that out. No. Val says, is your cousin Mike D, aka Fat Dag? He has posted about Santa School. Has he? Fat Dag is a former Weight Watchers leader. He was this guy he's not my cousin. He was this guy who was in the Air Force. He got too fat and basically was going to get kicked out of the Air Force because they have like weight requirements. And so he was able to lose some weight with Weight Watchers, and then he's been up and down, and he had a great podcast that I listened to for a long time, and then he kind of dropped off. So I didn't know I haven't followed him recently. He's the one that told me that it's just data. The numbers on the scale, the points you're counting, the calories that you're counting, like it's just data. Look at it like you're a scientist and you're doing an experiment on yourself, and it is not good or bad or hot or cold or up or down. It is just data. So that's that was my big fat dag takeaway. No, I love that guy. He's awesome. Down on the Dale, I always call Chipotle Mexican Subway. So does Christopher.
M. Badger question: I mistakenly told friends and family when I started Zepbound, every time I see them, they bring up my weight and how I don't need to lose any more. I do need to lose more. How do I tell them to stop it?
Stop it.
Stop it.
Please stop.
Or honestly,
Or
I think probably the more polite answer is just say, thank you for your concern. I'm working with my doctor, and we have a plan to make sure I'm as healthy as I can be. And you just move on. They don't need to.
Or just if they say, "Oh, you don't need to lose anymore," say, "Oh gosh, thanks, you're so sweet," and move right along. People were saying that to me at the gym all the time, and a lot of them meant well, but some of them were a little threatened that perhaps I would be smaller than them at some point. And people do get threatened by that. I've seen it in women, guys not so much, they don't care, but women especially among your friends, and they can feel threatened, or like you're not going to be their friend anymore if you're skinnier than them, or it's such a mind thing. But if you can just say, "Oh, you're so nice, thank you so much," what are they going to say to that? Nothing. Don't argue with them. Just be like, "Oh, thanks," and move on. Margaret Mitchum, 7762, as an observation, JoJo mostly sits on the right side. Is JoJo partial to Laraine? Might be a function of things on the desk, but yes, I'm the one who feeds JoJo. I feed JoJo. I give JoJo her water. I change her litter box. Yes, she has a litter box, and she also goes outside.
I think it's more a function of their stuff that you guys can't see sitting down here.
She really takes turns with every member of our family. She jumped up on Sarah's lap yesterday, and Sarah was like, "Oh, okay, JoJo."
Typically, when I get up, typically about 4 o'clock in the morning, which is probably what wakes Laraine up. JoJo will come in and lay, and she lays right next to me on my hip for a couple of hours, and then we will go downstairs and I'll make coffee, and she sits on the arm of the chair right next to me, and we have JoJo coffee time. So
I see we have another super chat. Thank you, Sandy Murphy, for your $19.99 super chat. That was so nice. JoJo looks very sleepy tonight, our GLP-1 mascot. Yeah, it was a beautiful day here today in North Carolina. It was 70 degrees. JoJo was just out chasing the bugs around. She was out until like 5 o'clock. I told her it was time to come in, and she had a lot of activity today. It was a nice day for kitties outside. What is she doing? Oh, she's in the closet. She's behind that screen.
Zach, I don't know how to say your last name. Zach, I'm wondering when the food suppression begins. I've been on tirzepatide 2 months now on 4.4 milligram, but I'm struggling to feel full. I get in my water, fiber, and protein, but still feeling hungry. It's different for everybody is the unfortunate answer. We're not doctors, but we have heard people where it starts at 2.5. We've heard people where it takes several levels of the dose. We did an interview with a gentleman named Jamie Selzler, who has lost, I think, more than 350 pounds now. That's right, 350. He started
at 650
or something like that. And he said, I don't think it worked for him until
his
10.
higher dose. Yeah. He said it didn't. Yeah. He got really nothing out of it until 10 or 12.5 milligrams. So.
And then it kicked in.
Work with your provider. Tell them your concerns. You may need to go up in dose. It sounds to me like you do. But do make sure you're getting enough protein, because that can really help. Water, if you're getting in all the things and you still are feeling hungry, maybe you're not eating enough calories. So really look at what you're eating too, but you probably need to move up in your dose. Whoa, when LD says next year was next week, that kind of blew my mind. Ha ha ha. Anthony, how old are you? Because I feel like you're my children's age, because that's like the oldest. See you next year, like next week, Come on, Anthony. Really? All right. That's fine. I give Anthony a hard time. Amy Loses It says, I'm going to have to start using the Walmart delivery option because UPS keeps delivering my package to the wrong apartment.
Oh, Joe, what are you doing,
kitty? No, my last shipment went missing for days. Oh, yeah, not acceptable. That Walmart option might be perfect for you, Amy. Yeah, for sure. Can't have that package missing. TT Trucker. I hear a lot of people get compounded from mochi. Is there any other compound you would recommend other than Roe? I've only used Mochi. I did use a different one way in the beginning that I left because I didn't like them. So I have no experience with others. There are others out there. Google telehealth providers and you'll get a long list.
Oh, he is a New York City police detective.
Ooh, like NYPD Blue.
Blue Bloods, yeah.
Blue Bloods, yeah. Awesome.
He's got that Tom Selleck look about
him. I don't know. I get too scared of like then I get in my head with all the crime, and I can't watch crime shows really. Diane Vibe says, I had DIEP flap surgery on my abdomen. I don't know what that is. I noticed my shots seem to be more effective if I avoid injecting where there's scar tissue. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
don't
you're not supposed to inject into scars.
You need to inject into fat, not loose skin. Find some fat. I got some loose skin, but I also got some fat around here. So that's where I go.
The odds are they still work. It just may take a little longer, and because your body will eventually absorb it.
Yeah.
But it's best in fat.
Like one time I injected into loose skin by mistake, and it kind of like bubbled just under the surface, but it did eventually absorb. So that's not optimal. You definitely want to inject into fat. So back of your arm, thigh, or around your belly button is the suggested areas.
Peggy Naylor, are you familiar with a program called MyStart, which claims to provide 80% of the typical cost of GLP-1s? I don't know anything about it.
Never heard of them.
What I would tell you is if it's not actually providing a GLP-1, it doesn't matter what the price is.
Are they selling you something else instead of?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Nothing else works like a GLP-1. Believe me, I've tried everything in America. Not really, but you know what I mean. Nope.
Willow 70 says, can you take the Mounjaro every 5 days instead of every 7 days? I heard some people are doing this.
I wouldn't.
Well, Willow, I don't know where you are, but in the United States, Mounjaro is typically prescribed for type 2 diabetics. So first thing we will say to that is we're not doctors. If you're using it for type 2 diabetes or to manage your A1C, you really need to make sure that your dosing is according to your doctor's instructions and you're taking care of yourself. Yes, theoretically, you could go to a shorter, that you can go every 5 days, every 7 days, every 10 days. But again, you need to work with a doctor to build a real program for that.
Yeah, that would just be more expensive. And for what? Next year, I hear a pill form is coming out.
Right. So we did the story on it this morning. So in a couple of weeks, the Wegovy pill will come out from Novo Nordisk. Start at $149 and go up to $399. The weight loss numbers are similar at the highest doses to the injectable weight loss. It is a semaglutide pill.
Wegovy.
So you're going to get a little bit more nausea, a little bit more side effects. Eli Lilly has an oral called orforglipron. There's a whole video on our site, 30-minute long video about it. If you'd like to go look at it, this should be out theoretically, and they've submitted it. They've submitted it to the FDA for approval.
Maybe March.
Typically, that approval takes a year. It's been fast tracked. It could take a week. It could take 3 months. We don't really know. So it should be out in the next year. Eli Lilly has said that they have millions of doses, and literally millions, I'm not exaggerating, sitting, waiting to go. So they are ready to do it. I will tell you that it is a GLP-1 small molecule so it's not a GLP-1 GIP. It's not tirzepatide. It's closer to a semaglutide. It's slightly different, but so it's coming, but it's not there yet.
Yeah. Linda, amazing one. Non-scale victory. I've got a funny story to tell you, Linda, amazing one. I've been shopping in a clothing store for years named Cato. One side of the store is for plus sizes and the other for smaller sizes. First time I can shop on the smaller side. Yay! I used to work for Cato as a clothing buyer. I bought on the plus side. I bought bottoms, pants, skirts, shorts. I worked there for almost 7 years. And Cato has, like 1,000 stores across the country. They're in like Walmart plazas, usually in smaller towns. And they've got a great plus size section. So I can understand moving from the plus side to the regular side. So yeah, I worked there for quite a long time. I know Mr. Cato. I know his wife Jane Cato. I've traveled all over the world with Cato as a buyer. So haven't done that in a long time.
Kimberly Collison, were your ears burning today? Because I was talking about you a couple of times today. She says, okay, catching a live from the UK. Happy holidays, everyone. So Kimberly, if you ever see me hold up a Monjaro Quick Pen, is the one who sent us these from the UK.
Thank you, Kimberly.
She's a American expat in the UK. I think she's going to school to do some sort of medical thing related to everything we're talking about too. Thank you, Kimberly.
Happy holidays.
And it's what is it like? It's late there, girl.
Yeah.
It is late.
That's my bedtime. That's almost my bedtime here now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting held there.
Hold on. Getting hung up. Are y'all going to work out over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? Or are you going to take a break? I think I'm taking a break. Black Squirrel, confetti. After almost a year stalled on Wegovy, I switched to tirzepatide, and the needle has started moving again.
There you go.
Awesome. Even during the holidays. I think we talked to you about this before. That's awesome. So stalled on Wegovy, switched to tirzepatide. Fantastic. Even during the holidays. Yeah, isn't that amazing how you can actually lose weight over... Like what? That happened to me when we first started back in 2023. Amazing. Well, great job. I'm glad that you got that worked out. Diane Vibe at Reset with Anissa. Thanks for confirming what I thought. I don't know what that was. Did somebody tell you?
Not to inject into a scar.
Oh, someone tell you to avoid that area? Did you discover it on your own? It seems my shots are less effective when I inject near the surgery site. Yeah, don't avoid scar tissue.
I think if you read the Novo and the Lilly literature, it actually says don't inject there.
Yeah, like I have a C-section scar. You just don't want to. Yeah, don't put it there. JoJo is a star. Thanks, Kimberly. JoJo's now gone to the. There's like a closet right here, and she's in there. I don't know why. Tech we love. Thanks. Looking forward to a new year. Cheers to everyone who seeks help for their obesity. There's a lot of shame, and people don't understand how emotional our brains can be. The medications, there's definitely a lot of shame and blame, right? That Oprah special reminds me of that Oprah special. Yeah, I always blame myself. Why can't I lose weight? I'm, a college educated professional woman. Like what is the problem here? It was the disease of obesity. So obesity is a disease. It's not your fault. Michael Clanton's here.
How you doing, Michael?
My lipase is up from tirzepatide to 116 and may need to reduce milligrams or go off for a few weeks and retest. 7 to 70 is normal. What's lipase? Is that part of the cholesterol numbers?
I don't know. But you're at maintenance weight now, right, Michael?
So that's not due to weight loss.
Wasn't your body fat percentage like 12% or something? Am I remembering that correctly, Michael?
Michael is a very technical, knowledgeable person, so I'm sure he will ask his doctor about these blood work results and figure it out with his doctor. Amanda Widener Wellness. Hello. Hi, JoJo. My kitties, Chester and Emma, are big fans. I did an interview with Amanda last week. Merry Christmas, Christopher and Laraine. Thank you for helping me on my own journey over this past year, even though you had no idea. LOL. Well, thanks, Amanda. It's great to hear from you. Amanda teaches cardio dance classes where she lives in South Carolina. I did an interview with her. You can go watch it. And, here's somebody who worked out like every day of their life, right? Even became an instructor and then found this medication that was very helpful. So thank you, Amanda. Here comes JoJo again. You want to come back up here?
Eugene says, do you know anyone who's switched from tirzepatide to semaglutide? Yeah, I mean, lots of people have in the last
because
few
of
months.
Insurance or
just wondering
things.
What their experience was like in terms of food noise, weight loss progress, etc. It's all over the board, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, they're just two different medications, right? So Zepbound Mounjaro is a GLP-1 and a GIP. And for some people, they really need that GI piece of it, the GIP piece of it to help them function well. Some people really, that GLP-1, they need it. And the difference, semaglutide is all GLP-1. Tirzepatide is like 5-to-1 GIP to GLP-1. So it's really going to be, how does it impact your body and what do you need? And it's hard to say till you try it. It just is. There are people who have been successful with it, though.
Marielle 36. I went to fill up my Ozempic through GoodRx and they switched things up. They're not offering coupons for the 2.5, 0.25, 0.5 milligram pen. I'm so upset. Where should I turn with
How much was the coupon through GoodRx?
Those GoodRx coupons weren't very good. I mean, I think you're still paying $900, $1,000 for the pens.
You should be able to get it for, assuming you can use the coupon and you don't have a government or you don't have a.
Is there an Ozempic coupon?
Oh yeah, there is.
Wegovy coupon?
There is. Yeah, it's like $3.99.
Go to the Novo Nordisk website and search coupons and see if you can. Maybe she's not available. Maybe she's not eligible for the coupon through Novo Nordisk. I'd go to the Novo Nordisk website and search out what they have. Ozempic hasn't come down in price, but Wegovy has come down in price, right? And Ozempic and Wegovy are the same things. Yeah. So you might.
You should be able to, assuming, yeah. Mark Blackmore, any news for breaks in price for those on Medicare?
Not yet.
So, no, I mean, right now, you, like I said earlier, so the White House did a press conference, they with Lilly and Novo, and they talked about prices coming down because of the most favored nations negotiation. The tirzepatide, the Zepbound prices came down within a couple of weeks by about $50. After that, as far as a cash price, according to the White House, the prices will come down once it is approved and can be pushed out through Medicare, Medicaid to as little as $50 a month copay. The challenge of it is they did not also release the requirements to be able to get the drug and who could get it. And there's just a lot of stuff that the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services had not actually even developed yet, we don't think. So all that's coming, and theoretically there will be options for some people in what they're calling a pilot program. We don't know what that means or who can be in that pilot program. Hopefully we'll know in the next few months. When we do pay attention, we'll do a report on it as soon as we get the information.
Yeah. Tom Kalaki says, at Eugene SF, I had to transition from Zepbound to Wegovy due to CVS dropping Zepbound. Yeah, a lot of people were in that boat. I had gotten up to 10 milligrams and was steadily losing. Wegovy definitely does not help the same with food noise. Yeah, there are differences. I mean, Wegovy, Ozempic can still be very effective. People have lost, lots of weight with those. So, but they do have different. Zepbound has a extra medication in it that Wegovy, Ozempic doesn't have. So that's why Zepbound's weight loss averages are a little bit higher. Reset with Anissa. How did you two know when you wanted to titrate up? Well, in the beginning, I started with a different telehealth that I'm not with now, and they sent us each a 3-month supply. 1 month of 2.5, 1 month of 5, 1 month of 7.5. And they said, take it month, move up, move up, move up. This was back in 2023.
All that doesn't
We didn't
matter.
know. We didn't know. We titrated up because they told us to move up every month.
But let's go back to answer the question.
That's the question.
So the way that Lilly and Novo both still write the way that you should titrate is it says you should titrate it up dose every 4 weeks, every month. The common thought today is you should start on the lowest dose and stay on that dose as long as it's working for you, which means as long as you're still losing some weight, as long as you're still getting some satiety, all of those things. Working with your doctor to make sure you do it. The real goal, though, is not to maximize weight loss, it's to minimize side effects. So you don't want to move up too quickly or you'll make yourself sick. And what happens when people get sick is they go, I can't do this anymore.
I'm
and
stopping.
then weight loss stops, right? So it's about keeping you on the medication as long as possible, because the longer you're on it, the more weight you'll lose on it. So
if a dose is working for you, stay on the dose. It's really that simple. Hello. Oh, Valerie Scruggs. Hey, signed up for an 11 a.m. Pilates tomorrow. Then I will start preparing for the Christmas feast. Oh, awesome. So my gym is closed tomorrow and Christmas Eve and Christmas. So do I just say, screw it, I'll pick it back up later? Or no, I like the Pilates idea, Valerie. That's great. Maybe I'll go for a walk or something. It's supposed to be nice here again tomorrow, so maybe I'll do that. My ears were burning, Kimberly Colson, and it's 2 a.m. Just finished up an exam. Oh, girl. Wow. That's
oh, well, I
rough.
hope you got a good grade.
Yeah.
Joe Bracamonte, 60 pounds down with tirzepatide at 24 weeks of the clinical trial. I am enrolled. I go on a 4-week washout period and start on a clinical trial for retatrutide.
Cool.
Dude,
Jackpot.
and you obviously didn't get the word placebo. Thank you, darling.
Why do you say that?
Because otherwise he probably wouldn't have lost 60 pounds.
So he's on a tirzepatide trial, and now they're switching him to
no, the trial must have finished. They don't just switch two trials. He's finished one trial. He's got to wait 4 weeks, and he's going to start a second trial.
I am enrolled. I go on a 4-week washout period and then start retatrutide. That's cool. I mean, retatrutide, I don't know how much more weight you have to lose, but I'd love it if you could share your progress with us, because we've heard such amazing things about it. So keep us posted, Joe. Michael Clanton says, yes, in maintenance. Yes, 12% body fat.
Oh, see, I pulled that out of the air.
Oh, pancreas enzyme when stressed. Huh. Your pancreas is stressed, huh? Wonder why. Seriously, wonder why. Is that something an endocrinologist could help with? I don't know. Interesting. I'm not a doctor. TT Trekker says, have y'all heard of pure tirzepatide, a compound without any additives? Pro RX Pharmacy offers this. I don't know how they can do that legally, but
you might Google Pro RX. I know they were having some issues too, and I don't remember specifically what they were, but it seems to me there was some things going on with Pro RX.
I mean, if the additives are B vitamins, I mean, it's just going to help you, right? People get hung up on pure. I don't know. Michael Clanton says, I went to the doctor today and he was concerned but surprised. I have no symptoms of pain under right rib. Is that because of the pancreas thing? I don't know, Michael. John L says, started Zepbound 908 and immediately found your channel. All right. Such a wealth of information. You guys are always fun to watch. I'm down 28.8 pounds and couldn't be happier. Well, fantastic, John L. Jonelle? That's great. Marielle 36 says, I'm using semaglutide for my hypoglycemia. My endocrinologist started me on it. It has been a game changer. No low sugar episodes in 3 weeks. Have you heard of anyone else using it for this? Well, no, but it's used for type 2 diabetics. So it seems like the other side of that is hypoglycemia, right?
There's plenty of people, especially with an endocrinologist. I mean, you're kind of working with that specialist. So there's off-label uses. I haven't heard that specific one, but it doesn't surprise me.
I mean, makes sense, right? Controls blood sugar.
Joe says this clinical trial, there was no group. I hate placebos on obesity trials. I really do.
No group being placebo, so that's good.
You wouldn't do a placebo on a cancer trial and go, sorry, you just get to die. We're not going to treat you. So why do a placebo on an obesity trial? It's just
seems simple. If people opt in, I mean, but they have to have a control group, right? Like,
no, you could still give them the best treatment available. That's what they do in cancer.
I'm all for it.
You're going to die.
I'm all for it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a researcher, but I'm I'm glad. I'm glad no one's getting the placebo. Run a true tide for everyone. Shanitha, Hallandale is back also to doing their medication again. Yeah, Hallandale Compounding Pharmacy in Florida is a big one. We got their medication. We got medication from there when we first started, and it worked very well for us. I think they were one that was not adding anything into their compounding medication, like no additives and stuff. And maybe Mochi doesn't use them anymore, so I don't know. Y'all can tell me what's going on with that. But they were stopping the tirzepatide business for a while, and I think now they've started back up.
See, Kitty came to see me.
She does want you to scratch her head. Now, she will get tired of that, and you will not know she's tired of that, and then she will bite you.
That is correct.
And you will be shocked and say, "Why did JoJo bite me?" And I will say, "Because she wanted you to stop." Amy loses it. Love that. A true tide for everyone. I mean, right? Like, how amazing. It's Darium. I couldn't be happier. Simply couldn't be happier. Getting your dreams, strange, but it seems a little, complicated. Glenda, I couldn't be happier. Is that when she was talking about getting married to Fiero? Yep. Joe, I would love to share my experience once this clinical trial is over.
We would love
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we've got an interview scheduled with Mimi from Australia, who was on the retatrutide in Australia trial that was so successful they actually cut the trial short on her. So she had to...
People are losing too much weight.
I guess, yeah, they were like, hey, this works. We don't need to keep testing it.
It works. The end. Sorry, guys. No more retatrutide.
Yeah.
I mean, what do they do when they come off
a trial? You're just out of luck.
You just go back to Zepbound or tirzepatide.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. All right. That probably helps them maintain pretty well, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I think our time here has come to an end. Unless you have any more things you want to share.
No, it's 9:06 and there's 257 of you out there. 207 likes. We appreciate it. We have actually been doing this for 3 hours now because the first hour, which some of you weren't at, was our Club Downsized Live. So if you're not a member of Club Downsized Live and you'd like a more intimate kind of where you can, get in the mix without 200 people, it's usually about 40, 50 people on there, and they can really kind of chat with us. And you also can be in our Club Downsized Facebook
How
group.
do they join Club Downsized?
If you look underneath the video, there'll be, if you're on a phone, there's a little $sign, or if you're on a computer, it says join under there. You can do it. It's a couple of bucks a month. You help support us and what we do, and you get a little bit more personalized connection. You get emojis and a special fun badge. You'll see there's people out there that have like 1-year badges, 2-year badges, and things that have been in the club.
Join today so you can get your 1-year badge this time next year.
And then if you haven't already, you still have time to buy a cruise for Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Call our travel agent tomorrow. Go to the
downsized.org.
You can book the cruise as a Christmas present. Come on the Downsized at Sea Cruise with us. We hang out, get pictures with everybody. Honestly, I sit there and chat with people. It's a lot of fun. So we would love to have you join us for the Downsized at Sea Cruise, June 4th through the 8th, 2026, out of Miami, Florida, on the Royal Caribbean ship Freedom of the Seas. We'll be going from Miami to beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. I'm doing it like it's like a game show.
Look at the studio filled with fabulous prizes, glamorous and exciting merchandise,
to their lovely island, a perfect day at Coco Cay, which if you've ever seen a Royal Caribbean commercial, they always show you that island. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we'd love to have you do that. Then we'll be back next week. I think probably on Tuesday, but watch for it because we're not going to do it New Year's Eve. Sorry, we got big New Year's Eve
Gotta go to my
plans.
friend Elaine's house. He's excited. Can you tell?
I wanted to go on a cruise, but it didn't work out.
Well, it didn't work out this year. So we're cruising into January. So
Yep.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks,
if you
guys.
haven't already, hit the like and
Christmas.
subscribe. I really wanted to get to 40,000 by the end of the year. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen, but
somebody just joined.
Somebody just joined.
MP
So let's see who it
Conway just became a member of Downsized Journeys. Thank you for joining Club Downsized. We appreciate you. And badoo. And that's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all. We appreciate it.
See you next week or tomorrow. We put out videos every day. So make sure you
Yeah,
like
there will
and
be
subscribe.
videos every day.
He's a crazy man.